Hi there guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Ollie Bearman Path to Greatness. Today we are here for round 4 in Baku, Azerbaijan. And spoiler alert from the last race if you haven't seen already, we had an epic race-long and sprint-long battle with our championship rival Pourchaire. Let's hope it continues in this episode. We will skip straight into our one-shot qualifying lap here in Baku. I would say this track for me I'm a bit more comfortable on than the last track in Australia. So fingers crossed we can do something really special here as the 5 lights now go out and we cross the line to start our lap. I'm very confident here that we'll be able to post at least a top 5, I want to say. But we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully we do well in this lap. And heading up now to the end of the first sector. We are first place currently through that first sector. Feeling very confident with the car. Just as I say that, we have a little moment bouncing off the curb. But all in all, a very good start to the lap for us. The car is looking planted. We're very confident with the car inputs, especially into this tight castle section. We fly through, no problem at all. Getting up really close to all of the barriers here. It's been a faultless lap so far. Let's see if that can continue as we get closer to the finish line. Heading up now towards the end of sector 2. Will we still be in the lead? We need a good corner here as well. We bounce off the curb, little tap off the wall. It's not great from us, but we do maintain P1 come the end of sector 2 now. So 2 purple sectors for us. Let's see if we can continue this momentum all the way to the line here. A long drag to the line now is what stands in our way from P1 on the grid for the Baku Grand Prix. Heading all the way down now. Will we be able to do it as we look behind there? That is the ghost car of the nearest challenger. I believe we will have enough in hand. We're very close now. Across the line, Ollie Bearman is narrowly going to take pole position.
With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the feature race tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
We are on a roll right now. Multiple victories, multiple pole positions in the early rounds, taking a commanding lead already to the F2 Championship. Let's see if we can continue this form.
So today, the sprint race, no pit stops, just full-on pace. It's all about speed, daring, and sheer driving skill. What, I wonder, is in store for us today? It's 3.7 miles around each lap of the Baku City Circuit, with 7 rights and 13 lefts, giving us a total of 20 corners. Keep an eye out for the safety car today. This circuit already has a reputation for incidents, and it's only going to be worse in these conditions, particularly through the incredibly narrow turn 8. And we welcome you to the Formula 2 commentary box.
Here we are then for the grid, and as you can see, it is far from ideal conditions for us in the sprint to negotiate. We drop back to P10 in the reverse grid sprint race, starting P10 here in Baku in the wet conditions. We immediately make a good start up the inside, diving from P10 all the way up to P7. A fantastic start. It has been our trademark so far this season that we've made fantastic starts in both sprint races and the main race as well. We currently sit in P7. We've held on to it, now trying to look ahead towards Novalak, who, for him, this is quite far up, it has to be said. I've not really seen him near the sharp end so far this season. So let's see if we can try and capitalise on that. You've got the familiar hitters of Pourchaire, Daruvula up there as well. Fittipaldi doing okay as well. We have Awasa just behind us and Halga as well. So lots of familiar faces for us. We're going to try and take full advantage of Novalak. And we've overshot it slightly to take... Can we take P5? We do. We've just taken Pourchaire as well. So a brilliant swooping double overtake for us to overtake not one but two, Novalak and Pourchaire. That was very well needed after the last race to show Pourchaire we mean business. Halfway through the lap now, it's been an amazing start. P10 all the way up to P5 as it stands, now hunting down Daruvala for P4. That has been a very successful first lap for us here in the sprint. P10 up to P5, trying to gain in on the cars ahead, but they've slightly pulled away from us. This next part of the race is going to be crucial for us. Skipping on to lap 3, we outbrake ourselves slightly and actually turn that into an overtaking opportunity down the inside of Daruvala, up into P4, taking the fastest lap as well. P10 up to P4 with 2 laps left to go in the sprint. I dare say it, but can we possibly even get a podium in this sprint? Up the inside of Fittipaldi now, and we make our wish a reality. Starting lap 4 with yet another fastest lap. Up into P3 now, with Miney up in P2 and Vershaw leading the way. Not two big faces up front, so will we be able to capitalise on that and potentially get past them as well for a sprint race of the ages? Purple again in sector 1 and 2, skipping to the end of lap 4 to start the final lap of this sprint. Yep, you've guessed it, yet another fastest lap, and we actually outbrake ourselves again for the second time in this race, going up the inside of Kushmaini, up into P2 now with only Vershaw in our way from sprint victory, and we are hot on his heels. He must be feeling the pressure, has not won a race so far this season. Let's see if we can push the pressure. Here we are then, halfway through the final lap of the sprint, and we are on the tail of the leader, Vershaw. Will we be able to make an overtake before the line? And we go straight for it. We don't wait one single second, diving down the inside of Vershaw where he least would expect it, and into P1 here, coming into the final stages of the sprint. P10 all the way to P1 with the fastest lap. We are flourishing in these wet conditions, bossing the field and showing them who is the best, and that is why we are currently top of the championship standings. And we've done it, guys. We're running up to the line now to win the sprint. P1. Ollie Bearman is coming across the line to win the sprint. Fantastic result. Can we replicate that in the main race?
You've really stepped up and achieved what we asked you to do today, so good job.
The British driver will see the checkered flag first. Ollie Bearman takes the win.
Well, qualifying pole puts you 10th position on the grid for the sprint race, but they managed to hoon through and win anyway. That's not expected, but it's brilliant.
As we look back on a thrilling race here today, we can now see the drivers take their places on the podium. It's a familiar sight by now, as it's another successful F2 win for Prema. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
We've had the perfect weekend so far. Pole position, sprint win, and we're very near to level 71 now in the driver rating. Let's head into the Grand Prix. Hopefully it will be better weather conditions than the sprint.
Welcome back to Baku. We're on the edge of the Caspian Sea in a bustling, vibrant capital, which once again plays host to the spectacle of Formula 2. This is not your usual racing circuit. It provides one of the most complete tests for the field. Sector 1 sports a set of 90-degree corners around the block, if you like. Sector 2 gets even tighter with the old city walls. Sector 3 just turns 16 to negotiate, and then 2.2 kilometres, flat to the floor, full throttle, in 6th gear, all the way to the end. Let's take a look at the grid positions for today's race. A fantastic effort from Ollie Bearman yesterday puts him on pole position. And it's Victor Martins in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hauger, Iwasa, Teo Porcher, Novalak, Fittipaldi, Deruvala, Miney, Richard Verschoor, Vesti, Hadjar, Brad Benavides, Juan Manuel Correa, Doohan, Cordial, Crawford, Arthur Leclerc, Stanek, Maloney, Boschong, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out. So let's get down to the track. Hello.
The weather conditions are far more favourable for us in the main race here. It's 5 lights. And away we go. Can we do something even more spectacular and leave the field behind in this race? We yet again get a great start, but we clip the wall on the inside, so it does unsettle us. And we immediately have Victor Martins on our tail, followed by Hauger, followed by Porcher and Iwasa as well. We lead through line of stern. Can we hold on here? It's going to be a drag race. Martins trying to get past here down the straight. We managed to hold on to our lead until the end of lap 1, where we have a fierce Porcher and Martins trying to come both ways of us. Martins manages to get alongside, but on the brakes we do enough to retain the lead. Porcher didn't have an opportunity. We sort of cut across his line, so he had to back out of that. And Martins is the man with the fastest lap from the first lap. He did fantastically well. But here we are again, take 2, trying to overtake. Very quickly, it seems like the main place to try and defend is on the main straight. Here again, we have Victor Martins. We have the fastest lap, and we take it narrowly back from Martins. Porcher a little bit further behind now. Verschoor takes the fastest lap away from us. DRS now properly enabled, and Martins will be like a proper rocket ship now. We'll need to be extremely careful to not concede the position. Here comes Martins. He's going to have a go definitely with the DRS this time, I'm sure. He makes a move towards the inside. We brake late, he brakes late, and we just make contact there into a very tight left-hand corner. And I think Martins actually from that received wing damage, as now he's no longer on the top 5 positions. So I think he actually might have pitted for a new front wing, which is very unfortunate. Didn't mean to make the contact with him. But the biggest gainer in that was Hauger. Hauger now is on the fastest lap, and he's the man closing us down here. But we're on lap 6, 1 lap away from the victory. And yeah, Martins with that broken front wing was holding up the rest of the field, so that's why we got a massive advantage. But lap after lap, Hauger started to close that down with fastest lap after fastest lap. Some laps taking half a second out of us, but we are managing the race in an efficient enough way to not have to worry about him there. As you did see, Martins on his fresh tyres did take the fastest lap, but heading on to the final lap now, lap 7 of 7, we have a big enough lead to not worry about anybody else here. We have controlled the weekend from start to finish, from pole position to a spectacular P10 to P1 victory in the reverse grid sprint race. And we're going to do it again here in the feature race to go from pole position, get a great start and show the field a different class. Winning by over 4 seconds as it stands. We do have a few snaps of oversteer that we are accustomed to here in this F2 car. It's far from plain sailing. And for yet another time this season, we're going to say it again, folks. Ollie Bearman is going to come up to the line to win another Grand Prix in Formula 2, taking an even bigger lead in the Drivers' Championship. I'm not sure if anyone will be able to catch him.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
This has been truly special stuff. It's victory for Ollie Bearman.
Well, they've won, and then they've won again. Back to back, momentum really building for them at this stage of the season.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again, as I can see the drivers beginning to make their way out for the celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
And there we have it, guys. Finishing P1 in the sprint, P1 in the race, pole position as well, maximum points, and we take a massive advantage over the rest of the field into the championship. As we look at the standings, we lead to Deruvala by 61 points as it stands. And in the constructors as well, we lead also with Vesti currently in P7 in the championship. So that is good for us as well. And we are so close now to level 71 in the driver rating. I think we'll get that next time out for round 5. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.